Hey, this is Brian Johnson, and this video 2 for today, and you may have saw video 1. If you did not, go back and check it out. And I'm going to share with you something that I experienced today that was really heartbreaking and eye-opening and mind-expanding as to how connected each and every person of us is on the planet. So much so that there is no you and me. We are one person because all of us are connected subconsciously. And here's what I mean by that. Here's what happened today. I was sitting at a stoplight in Austin, Texas in my car, and I had talked to a homeless person at the last light that I was at, and I had some quarters and stuff in my car, so I gave it to him, was just talking to him, was just loving on him, and saw, man, that he's just a really good person, the feeling that I got from him. And it got me thinking for a second. I was like, for me to judge someone like that is completely uncalled for, because honestly, you and I both are one decision away from having that same experience. And you may be saying, Brian, yeah, right. Allow me to explain. When we make a decision, a lot of times it's one decision that starts us on the backslidden path. It's not one decision when you wake up, your house is gone, and all of a sudden you're homeless and you're looking for a job and you're panning and asking for money. It doesn't work like that. Every person on the planet is one step away from chaos and one step away from having the most experience, the most amazing experience you could possibly ever have. One choice away at any point in time. And my invitation to you is this. Are you consciously thinking about the choices and the decisions that you are making? Or are you just showing up and reacting? There's a difference between a response ability and a reaction. Here's what happened at the next light to further confirm that we are all connected for me. I was at another light, other part of town, stopped. The guy was asking for money, and I could just tell and sense his vibration and how sad he was by his posture and his body language. So I just started giving him some love mentally and was just loving on him. And here's exactly what happened when he did this. He couldn't see me doing this. He was 3 or 4 cars up. While I was giving him some love mentally and energetically, he literally takes his left hand and he touches his face 3 times. Now, you could say this is odd. You may be like, Brian, you're smoking crack. And not today. Okay? Here's what this means for those of you that know that I am gifted and blessed to understand body language and to be able to use this information to support people on the highest level possible. That I am aware of no other skill set that produces more miracles consistently and predictably than body language. So allow me to further my story. When I was loving on him and just blessing him and just lifting him up energetically and just pouring into him, he scratched his face 3 times. In a short, you can find out all this stuff in our body language series. If you're serious about looking at some stuff and looking to develop these skill sets for yourself, message me and let's have a conversation. Here's what that means. Literally 3 scratches is code. It's all code. 1 scratch, 2 scratch, 3 scratch, 4 scratch, 5 scratch, all the way to 7. Coughs, scratches, blinks in your eyes, all of that is information. Stutters, that's all information. 3 scratches on your face is sorrow. He basically was sad about being seen by others. Okay? And really what happened is it happened immediately as soon as I started loving on him. He scratches on his face 3 times. Now, you could say that has nothing to do with this, or my invitation to you is to consider that everything that you do and think has an impact on you, our planet, our families, your family, your health, your lack of health, and the experiences that you get to have in life. Now, I know this may seem far-fetched from where you're at right now, and I assure you, it's right underneath your nose, and it has been ever since you've been on the planet. Until now, you start to realize that these things are in existence, and you can use these as tools and skill sets to create the most amazing life possible for you. Instead of judging life, I could have easily made a judgment about that guy and said, man, you know what, get your lazy ass a job. And I don't know what's going on in his life. I have no idea what has happened in his life. And I know for a fact that I've been close to being in positions like that, if not in the position specifically, and was able to pull myself out. So my invitation to you is this. Do you find yourself judging people? Do you find yourself saying, man, I'm glad I'm not that person? I'm speaking to myself. Look, this is for me. I understand. I'm sharing this story with you because of what I've experienced and the benefits and the changes that I've been able to make. When I find myself in judgment, I can immediately go internally and say, okay, what do I not love about myself? Because check it out. When you judge, there's a saying that says, if you caught it, you got it. Anything you judge, you take on. My invitation to you is moving forward is to see perfection. To understand that the gentleman, when he was scratching his face, representing sorrow, that what was returning to him emotionally is his joy. Understanding body language and language code is by far the most valuable and important skill set you could ever be aware of for your own health and for you to create the most amazing relationships possible during your existence on the planet. Naturally, that's what you're looking to do, right? Of course. Me too. So if my message resonated with you, please share it. Just take time to be appreciative. When you see someone on the corner, understand that they've obviously had some things happen in life that have created a situation where they're at. Okay? My invitation to you is understand you're literally one decision away from being that same person. So have some compassion, have some empathy, have some respect and some love, and to give them some love. Maybe it's not love with your dollars or your change or whatever you have. Maybe it's just internally just loving that person and blessing them and just pouring into them, and watch what happens in your life. Watch what happens in the other people's life. Watch the body language cues and things that happen when you are doing this mentally, because subconsciously, we are all connected. I appreciate you. Have an amazing day. Hopefully you got some good value out of this. And remember, if you don't make time for your wellness, you will make time for your illness. Bye-bye.